Lehman's Lessons Slow to Take Hold vertical line all JZera America. Global header background image URL/content/jam/jcr:/content/header/image desktop.adapt.960 at media minimum width 768 px and max width 959 px. Global header background image URL/content/jam/header/image.adapt.960 at media max width 767 px. Global header background image URL/content/jam/medium.1trillion379,143,854,909.jpg. Display mobile navigation. Display mobile search bar. News, video, shows, schedule, more shows, sections, U.S. International economy, technology, science, environment, health, education, culture, sports, trending, Syria's war, natural disasters, economy, religion, spirituality, ethics. Search form. Lehman's Lessons Slow to Take Hold by Joanna Walters. September 14, 2013, 5:00 a.m. After 5 years, bankers, politicians, regulators seem to have forgotten collapse that sent world's economy into tailspin. Topics: economy, Wall Street, politics, viewed comments. A trader reacts as the market plummets on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. September 15, 2008. Spencer Platt/Getty Images. 5 years ago, the U.S. government refused to rescue debtor Lehman Brothers. Its collapse helped send the teetering global finance industry into free fall. TV images of stock markets plunging and young bankers who thought they were future masters of the universe leaving Lehman's offices for the last time with their belongings in cardboard boxes are still fresh in the mind. Or at least, some minds. People have forgotten about the crisis, said Anat Admatite, professor of finance and economics at the Stanford Graduate School of Business and a member of the advisory committee to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. When she said people, she meant principally bankers, followed by politicians and regulators. If you were an average Joe losing your job, or your house was foreclosed upon because of the crisis and recession, you haven't forgotten, she said. But 5 years on, Wall Street appears to be reveling in collective memory loss. The largest banks have become even larger and are gambling heavily in high-risk investments again, while the promised regulatory crackdown is slow and falling short. Now prominent voices are warning, on this milestone Lehman anniversary, that another crisis is inevitable and the leading banks should be broken up. Senator Elizabeth Warren, D-Mass, is co-sponsoring the bill with Republican Senator John McCain of Arizona to reinstate the law enacted in 1933 after the Great Depression to divide institutions into commercial banks, which mainly deal with commercial customer deposits and loans, and investment banks that trade in the capital markets. It would reduce too big by dismantling the behemoths, so that big banks would still be big, but not too big to fail, or, for that matter, too big to manage, too big to regulate, too big for trial or too big for jail, she said in a speech at George Washington Law School on Thursday, referring also to the tiny number of punishments that have been handed out to companies and their executives since 2008. The original law, the Glass-Steagall Act, was repealed in the late 90s. Banks then grew exponentially and traded on both sides of the line again, ominously using their solid deposit coffers to back ever riskier securities deals involving stocks, debt including bad mortgages and the complex and esoteric world of derivatives. Even bigger, when the overheated, overexposed system exploded and Lehman went bankrupt, the spreading world market panic and credit freeze forced the U.S. government to step in and use $700 billion in public money for bank takeovers and to prop up companies in banking and beyond deemed too big to fail. That phrase has become so ubiquitous it's sardonically known as TBTF in seemingly unembarrassed financial circles these days, because almost nothing has changed. Since the crisis, some of the names at the top are different, but the 6 biggest U.S. banks are substantially larger than they were in 2007.